Wonderful good day, ladies and gentlemen. Commodity TV today out from Munich, out from our studios, and with me here, Fission Uranium and Mr. Ross McElroy, Mr. Athabasca Basin. He is the chief geologist. He's the president of and COO, of course, of Fission Uranium. And I met him in January on the site visit, and I'm very happy that I have you again here, Ross. Thanks for taking the time. Thanks for joining us here. And of course, I said it to Dev already. Congratulations on this phenomenal hole. Can you elaborate a bit on that? I think it's the second best hole in the Athabasca Basin so far, and or even the best in the world.
No, it is an exceptional hole. Yeah. We're so happy with it. Really, from an exploration point of view, it is the #1 hole. The only hole that's on record that's better would be one from the McArthur River deposit, which was an underground drill hole drilled already into an operating mine. So, but from an exploration hole, this is the #1 hole in the Athabasca Basin, and therefore the #1 uranium hole in the world.
Okay, so what makes this hole so exceptional? I read in your news release it's 100 meter, like a composite mineralization. Did I get that right? Over 100 meters, and you have a 992.6 gamma GT. What does it mean? Can you explain a bit for our viewers what it really means and in the context what it means?
Sure. Well, first of all, it's an exceptionally very well endowed mineralized section from about 56 meters below the surface to about 172. So within that section, there's around 82 meters that are very, very well mineralized, and you know, with sections of 38 meters of 13%, this kind of thing. From a mining perspective, they like to use a characteristic called the grade thickness, GT. And what that is the grade multiplied by the thickness, and that gives you a uranium content number. So this is what mining engineers like to use. In this case, over that section, we're looking at a grade thickness of around almost 1,000, just under 1,000, and that's exceptionally rich by any standard. It basically will give a composited grade of close to 10% over 100 meters, so very significant.
Wow, and if we put this in a perspective, I think 1% of uranium equals something like 0.8 ounces of gold. So we talk about whatever, 8-9 ounces of gold probably. Yes. Just to give an idea what it really means.
Yeah, it's extremely significant, and you're right. I mean, that's a good comparison in gold. That would be 8 to 9 ounces of gold over an exceptional width.
Yeah, so that's really outstanding value. And I think Dev mentioned it in the interview before. How many pounds would you, estimate? And I know that you can't say a final number, of course, but what could this hole be? Is it like 3-4 million pounds, maybe 5, maybe more? Just like a rough estimate.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely going to be significant. You're going to be, several millions pounds. You know, a lot of that's a function of the density of the rock and things that we haven't measured yet. So to give a real accurate number, that's I can't do that at this stage, but it would be somewhere between 7 to 10 million pounds, I would think, of influence really just from one drill hole.
Wow! So
it's significant, very significant.
I went also through your presentation, and there was a slide with a cross section. And this hole has also filled a gap now. What is the spacing of the drill holes so far? And I think with your winter program and also with the summer program, I think you will start to fill up the gaps, right?
Yeah, well, first of all, hole 129, the hole that we're talking about, is pretty much right in the middle of the mineralized trend that we've outlined. You know, there's a high-grade component to this trend that's about 1.2 kilometers in length. And this hole is right on the 600-meter mark, so exactly halfway in the middle. We're still learning about the deposit and the shape of it, the geometry of it, but I mean, it's a strong hit, which we think is on the northern side of a folded limb. So it basically fits in context with all the other holes along the trend. It's just that it's a very rich section of the mineralized body.
How many holes you have still to go in the winter program, and how many holes you're doing in the summer?
Right. Well, this winter we'll have somewhere in the order of 85 to 90 holes by the time the winter season's done. We're probably around a third of the way through the program right now, and we're only a month into the drilling. So we're certainly on target to complete all the drilling that we set out to do, which was a very ambitious program, by the way. It is the most ambitious drill program in the Athabasca Basin, history that I'm aware of. I mean, we have 5 drills on the property right now, and you know, the main goal basically to build this mineralized trend in order to get ourselves to a position where we can put a resource estimate out in 2014. So, you know, we're meeting our milestones. That's correct, yes.
Excellent. Well, I know for compliance reasons, but as I'm a journalist, I have to ask, what is the feeling about a possible, let's say, resource? I know I've spoken with Rob Cheng. He said something like, yeah, probably 50 million by now so far. Now you said maybe 5 to 10 million, 8 to 10 million with this one hole even. I did my calculations by myself. Can you give us a feeling for that, what we are talking about?
Well, what I can say is we believe it will be a significant deposit. It'll be in the magnitude of some of the best, I think, in the Athabasca Basin. I think I can safely project that. You're right. I can't give you an estimate. I'm not allowed to. However, the analysts are not bound by the same rules, and they're allowed to give, you know, their estimates. And so I encourage people to look at the analyst reports with people that do provide numbers, and you know, that'll give you at least a bit of a sense of what geologists and financial people that do understand this business and that understand these types of deposits, and you can have a look at their numbers, and you know, that's I'm comfortable with them.
Coming to, let's say, to the future of drilling. Now we see so far that you are drilling this one zone, starting on land and going through the lake. Are there more zones you have discovered so far? Because I think I have written about something like 100 conductors you have identified so far, but this is now one big conductor zone you are going on. Am I right with that?
Well, look, we've been very successful very early on in the exploration stage of this program, and in particular on the one conductor that we call the PL3B. That is one conductor out of over 100 on this property. The other ones, really, we haven't even begun to explore yet because we were so successful early on this one conductor. So, yes, the blue sky potential on the PLS project is immense. You know, to that end, we do have a certain part of our exploration program this winter earmarked for testing these other conductors, and with that we're doing some more geophysics on the attractive conductors. We're doing a radon survey, which was very useful for us in delineating the mineralized trend.
Can you just explain shortly what does radon survey mean? Radon is a gas which comes out of the ground, huh?
Well, radon is a gas. Radon is a gas that's given off by uranium, and it's a light gas, so it starts working its way upwards through the cracks of the rock up to the surface. It is something, if the mineralization is close enough to surface and if there's a conduit for this gas to escape, it's something that we can measure with our instrumentation, and we did that successfully in 2013. It showed mineralization along the fault zone that we knew was there, and it basically helped our targeting. So that's how we were able to go so far and so fast last year with our drilling. So we hope to see this same sort of results repeated on the other conductors. Maybe give us be able to prioritize where on the conductor that we want to test. Because remember, the footprint of these uranium deposits is very small. So you've got to use all the tools in your kit that allow you to basically pinpoint the drill targets and hopefully find another mineralized trend, which we think is a very real possibility on this property.
Perfect. Russ, thank you very much. You said it. Hopefully, find another mineralized trend. We keep fingers crossed, and we hope to get many more good drill results out from you. There's much more to come, as you said it, and we look forward on that. All the best for you.
Very good. Thank you very much,
Russ. Thank you very much. Pleasure always. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. It was Ross McElroy, the chief geologist, my Mr. Athabasca Basin. He found so far over 600 million pounds in the basin, and in his career as a geologist for uranium. And you saw it yesterday in the news. The hole is absolutely outstanding. It's fantastic what they have found. And let's hope and pray they will report some more of that, maybe some more of this quality holes. That would be fantastic. And you heard it, pay attention, the 43101 will come this year, probably by December. And of course, he is not allowed to say something, but have a close look for the analyst reports. There are already some estimations there around the 50 million plus pounds. So Fission Uranium, super high interesting company. Have a look at it. Thanks and bye-bye from Munich.